Sweet.
Nice that. Change that.
And there we are. Jeez.
Yeah.
As these ads yell at me.
Do 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 do. Banana. Do 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 do. Banana. Do 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 do.
This song is like, that song's really in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do you think it's so far in there?
The Muppets. Love the Muppets.
I think I remember. Didn't they use that song in one of the Jim Carrey Mask movies?
I never saw those.
I remember it from one of those movies. I used to sing it to myself as a kid all the time.
I don't know, but I remember it from the Muppets.
There you go.
Take the hun. Fuck you, YouTube. Dislike. Lucky back. Ooh. Nelson Dune. Howdy, you folks. Toast Productions. Hi. Evening, EOB evening, and good night. Heading to bed early tonight. Well, good night.
I mean, they haven't gotten rid of them yet.
That's true.
I was waiting all day today. It's like, when are they going away? When are these dislikes going away?
Maybe tomorrow if we're lucky.
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow we'll take away the dislikes as a treat.
That'd be fun.
Again, though, these get these last dislikes in, because later we're going to make them available as NFTs.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. I watched a video all about Web 3.0, so we're all ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for the metaverse. I already have started my digital art gallery.
God, today I had to figure out how some of the buttons work on YouTube or on Facebook, and it sucked. Damn, Facebook has a lot of features. Why?
Yeah. Yeah, it blows.
Literally,
yeah,
Facebook should just be Messenger. That's all it should be.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what it is.
Maybe everything will be fixed in the metaverse.
Well, I saw what Zuck had to say. I think so. Good old Zuck.
George Jardo, evening champs. Sean, can you guys recommend some good water effects products?
Oh God. Yeah.
Vallejo some stuff?
I have some Vallejo stuff. I've never used it in my entire life. There's another brand of stuff that I have that I've never used. Yeah. I don't know. I know that I've used... I don't even know what that was called. It was like... So what you were supposed to do was, let's say you had a really nice piece of wood that you wanted to turn into a table. So you'd mix up this resin and you'd pour it on the table, and you'd make sure you rubbed it all over the table and got it all flat, and then went with a torch to pop all the bubbles and stuff. I used to use that stuff for water effects for my old orcs, and it looked horrible because it literally looked like they were just standing on the bunch of resin. Or at least the products that exist kind of have a little bit less of a body to it, and they kind of flow like water. I famously have one giant ass base that I did a resin pour for my DACA jet that looks horrendous, and I used like, I don't know, sandwich bags and tape to try to hold the shape of the giant stand. But obviously the resin's really heavy, so it got all messed up. But like at the time in high school, everyone thought it was cool.
Frozen Throng, calling the blockchain Web 3.0 makes all of my interior organs cringe.
It's my favorite thing. Yeah. I watched someone my age explain Web 3.0 to me, and I don't get it.
Well, hopefully Web 3.0 is just going to be like the 8 websites we need and nothing else.
No. It's gonna be a nightmare. Yeah, I watched. Yeah, it's this. I don't know. She's really popular. I don't know. I don't remember her name or anything about her. She was somebody was interviewing her and asking her questions about what this all is, and she was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be like really cool. So instead of like going to the office and having meetings, you're gonna have the meetings in virtual reality."
Good. I
And I'm
had
like,
a
"Oh,
meeting
that."
in virtual reality.
I'm like, "That sounds horrible, though." No. But like, you will put on goggles.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
So that you can
And
see
you will
everybody's me's.
Yeah. Essentially.
Remember in the
Yes,
commercial
jeez.
when Zuckerberg put together a really good-looking animated meme or
Yeah.
me, and then he went into a video game, but then later you see the real version and it sucks.
Yeah. Oh god, it looked horrible. Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, I a little bit do subscribe to the dead internet theory, where the internet is all just bots and it stopped like 5 years ago. And now it's just used to control the populace
There you go.
and
You're
pays us
here,
our
folks.
AdSense.
Yeah.
All hail Google. All hail Google.
Yeah, Google's good.
Mm-hmm. Business daddy.
I love a good business daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Lurch, the future is Games Workshop 3D printing.
Yeah. No, 3D printing is gonna kill Games Workshop. Don't you know? Where's blue? Ah, there it is. Liam Hagen can confirm. I run the bots.
There you go.
Ethan J. Watterson Chatterley, looking saucy. Can we get a pan out of all the boys? No, but you can have one because there's one near me.
There you go. To be able to see the other ones, you have to pay us in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
There you go. That's part of the metaverse, by the way. Yeah, we're doing it. We're gonna be the first Warhammer 40k YouTube channel in the metaverse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, take that, goob.
Yeah, we were handpicked by Zuck.
Yep, Zuck himself. I mean, he had barbecue sauce on his shelf. It's good sauce.
That is weird.
It's
that is
good sauce. Sweet Baby Ray's is good sauce.
Fun, weird thing.
Oh, why would you just have hot sauce on your shelf?
Danzig Doom, hello Nick and Jay, how's your horrendous night? Just finished watching Rogue One again while painting my orc boys. Oh, I wish I just finished watching Rogue One again. I love that movie.
It is pretty good.
I like the train heist. And then the rest of the movie.
I like the rest of the movie and then the train heist.
Oh wait, that's Han Solo. I got my movies mixed up. I like them both though. Sean, do you play on a 4x6 table? I don't think so anymore. I think they shrunk the table size in the newest version of 9th edition. But yeah, you were supposed to play on the largest table known to man back in the day.
I mean, you're supposed to play on a 4x8,
Yeah.
right?
Jesus.
Wasn't it 4x8 or was it 4x6?
Yeah, I think it must have been 4x6.
Yeah. Did we? I guess we. I mean, we built a table for 40k with the correct size. It must have been 4x6 because that was not that. I mean, it was a giant table. It wasn't that crazy though. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I think Star Wars Legion is supposed to be on 3x6, which is still obnoxiously big.
Yeah.
And I feel like it plays just fine on a smaller size table.
All I know is that it is two boards, Games Workshop boards next to each other? Big.
Yeah.
Is 40k and Age of Sigmar.
GeForce Member 45. Sup, dogs? YouTube channel. Tried Vallejo's deck tan paint on my last project, and it was the best tan paint I've ever used. Everything else I've used had awful coverage, but deck tan was a one-coat wonder. Neat! I'll have to give it a try. Good old deck tan.
Deck tan. I think they have that at Home Depot. You get a whole kit and caboodle of it. That's how that phrase is said.
Liam Hagen, I'm actually saying every single comment. Oh, cool. Good. Now that it's good to know who the bot is.
Yeah.
For second
That makes
fortnight,
sense.
bought 3K points of Death Guard Army today. Ooh. Oh, I wish I did that. I'm actually kind of really digging the Death Guard. I'm feeling them lately. Ooh, and speaking of the dead internet theory. So one YouTube conspiracy theory video that I watched where they were like, go try this out and you'll be convinced. And I tried it out and I'm pretty convinced. I don't know what's happening, but if you search something on Google, it'll tell you like, oh, there's 55 million results, but it shows you like 12, and then you hit next page, next page, next page, next page, and there's not actually 55 million results. I Googled 40k, and I think it said 55 million results, and then on page 30, and it said on every single page displaying, 216 of 55 million results. And then on page 30, it said displaying 400 of 400 results. I just thought that was interesting.
I mean, it's got to be curated.
It's got to be curated, but it's a lie. You can't see all those.
I wonder if you can somehow.
I did the thing where I took the... Because at that point, it says some results have been filtered to keep its... to keep it in related to your search terms, and I turned that off, and then I did the same thing, and I only got like 5 more pages. So I'm sure there's something to it, but it seems very much like a lie to say that there's millions of results when there's not. I've also just been having really bad luck with Google lately, where I'll look up how come I can't get this thing to work, and then it'll say, here's 50 here's every single store in the world that's selling that product. And I'm like, I'm not looking to purchase a product. But are you looking to buy it? No, I want information on this product. I would love a blog. I'd love a forum post. Do you want to purchase the product? No. I've been going to Google page 3, Google page 4. Madness. So yeah, internet's fake.
Good to hear, folks.
And I'm going to go buy 3,000 points of Death Guard. Oh, Lord Vesh, this is a Zuck world, and we're all just living in it.
That's true.
Liam Hagen, can't wait for Rogue 2. Oh, I'm so excited for Rogue 2. Yeah, Rogue 1 was pretty good, but Rogue 2, that's going to be bananas. Liam Hagen, Donald Glover as Lando was an inspired choice in Solo. Yeah, he was pretty good. I like that he said Han's name wrong, because Lando always says Han.
Han.
Sim the Sloth, any ideas on how to make a canopy for a giant Kashyyyk tree? Probably like green flock foliage. It's like green foam. You can buy it at like model railroad stores or stores that carry model railroad products. But it's just foam dyed green, and it'll look like tree pretty much. Charged it out. I just hit the dislike button. I thought it was dead.
Oh no.
Jimbo, as a college student, which not so vital organ should I pawn off first to get Octeris and an airbrush?
Liver.
Liver. Everyone says liver, but you got 2 lungs.
I mean, your liver grows back
That's true.
if you can get rid of some of it.
Mm-hmm. Captain Fry 24. If you could have an entire 10,000 point army for free of any faction, which faction would that be? I would have 10,000 points of. God, I don't know. Because I'm thinking about, I want 10,000 points of something so that I can flip it and then just have $10,000. But like I feel like Space Marines are pretty good. They'll have good resale value. But I feel like there's like maybe if I go with a Tyrannid, some of their kits are old and I might be able to get some of those nostalgia dollars. Or I could go with like a fake faction, like Inquisition, that has like 8 miniatures in it. But then I might accidentally flood the market with like Jacaros or something, and then my profits won't be as high. It's tough.
So I just found an article about the limitation, and so apparently it costs them too much money to show you all the results because at some points it doesn't matter. Those phrases, like if and that's why they curate it, is they know that within the first page that's where your information is going to be, so then they don't have to show you everything else. Because apparently there's a lot of companies that try to use Google, that use Google as like an aggregate to figure out trends and stuff, and they can get all the data, but you have to pay for it. So all the data does exist, but you have to pay for it.
Okay. Because I think then they should say displaying 1 of 12 options.
Yeah, but I guess it's better advertisement.
Yeah, it's definitely better advertising if you think the internet is big and powerful.
Yes.
When in reality, they're just going to give you 2 target ads.
Right.
I mean, how much information could there possibly be on the internet? A couple books? Maybe a YouTube video or something? Dog chasing the sprinkler? That's about it. Antonio, are you painting Buzz from the new Lightyear movie? Yeah! You mean the new Space Marine movie?
Why does he look so weird?
It made him look like realistic, I guess, sort of.
Yeah, and it's weird though, because it's a prequel to Toy Story and stuff.
Yeah, I mean they've made Buzz Lightyear movies in the past, and I think they were okay from what I remember as a tiny child.
What I feel like though is just go with the style that it's always been. I don't understand.
No, you got to make them look dark and gritty.
Nah, because even in like Toy Story 3, is that the newest one, or is it Toy Story 4?
I think
that was Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 4 came out, and then now we've got Toy Story 5. Because Toy Story 5 came out, but you're thinking of Toy Story 4.
Yeah. He didn't look that much different in that movie.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they all looked exactly the same. But I think
have them look fine.
I think though he's not a toy in this one. I think we're actually seeing the Buzz Lightyear extended universe that he thought. Remember, he thought he was a spaceman, but he was wrong because it was a cute movie and it was fun. Now we're actually seeing him as a spaceman.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, I didn't say it was good. I just said that's just what they're doing. Yeah. But there have been, I think they're animated. There's been Buzz Lightyear movies of him being a real Buzz Lightyear astronaut.
Interesting.
Because actually every successful Disney movie has like 3 or 4 weird sequels that they keep completely under wraps. Like there's 9 Lion Kings, and they just make sure you don't know about them. Prime Night. I just did that, and Cat got past page 30. Let me know what page Cat stops on. Benjamin Reynolds. Reddit is the better place to find that kind of information. Ah, good old Reddit.
There's only 4 Toy Stories.
But they're... 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, there's 4. Yeah.
And there's a possible 5th film.
There's a possible 5th film. Prime Knight 427. Have you ever painted a whole Helldrake? They're fun, but the trim is hell on earth. I have painted a Helldrake. It was neat. I only painted the trim on the top half. Because there's a lot. Y'all seen the webpage for the famous Northwest Tree Octopus? No. George Drury, what were the complaints about a 4x6 table? Anyone have any idea why Games Workshop changed recommended table size? Probably just because nobody had a 4x6.
Yeah.
That's just so big.
Right. And, your mom gets mad that you're messing up the kitchen table.
Yeah. You're cutting something out of plywood.
Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult. The Supremo Burrito. Toy Story 5, middle-aged Andy gets into wargaming.
Yeah!
That is hilarious.
Ben Corey, Spray Gunner here in Florida has pretty good prices on airbrush stuff. For anything y'all are looking for, Google it. It's not even on the 30th page. I like Spray Gunner a lot. I just placed an order with them for some new nozzles. Spray Gunner has a very good selection. Although their stock was a little limited. A couple of things were out of stock.
It's BS.
Yeah, so basically they suck. That's really what I'm trying to say.
You heard it here, folks.
Mm-hmm. It was garbage. It only had most of the items I wanted. Girothion, I always hear people saying that Tyranids and Eldar should get new models. I know, what a bunch of complainers. I think we all know they need to finish the Space Marines, and maybe in a couple, 5-10 years they can get to work on some of the other factions. But I mean, wait your turn, Jesus.
Yeah.
Greedy little Eldar.
Mm-hmm. Greedy little Eldar.
Mish, which Primarch do you want to see get a 40k model next, Traitor or Loyalist? I hope something crazy happens that changes things because it'll make the game more interesting and people will go insane. I hope a Loyalist Primarch comes back but has turned to Chaos. I think that'd be neat. I think Vulcan should come back, but have turned to Chaos. The nicest Primarch.
Kino Kinones, wow, turn on the stream for a giant burp. Never change, Jay.
Yeah.
Even when YouTube deletes dislikes.
It'll be a sad day, maybe.
Yeah. And again, we'll never stream again. There's no point. And what are we going to do?
Present Frog. Hey Jay, do you use parentheses when you are searching? If you add something like minus Amazon to your search, it'll exclude all Amazon entries. Interesting. God, I'll have to do that for Pinterest, always. I don't mind Pinterest, but it doesn't help when it pops up in your search stuff. It helps to search things on Pinterest, but a Pinterest search result is always dumb because it's usually just a picture with a broken link.
Mm-hmm.
G-Force member 45. Come on, Jay. We all know that when Vulcan comes back, he's going to be proper orky from all the WOG energy. Jason in Alaska, the Lion. Yeah! Lionel Johnson comes back, but he's evil. I mean, more evil. Campulation 777. That would be interesting. Split the chapter, allowing people to play their armies as both loyalist and traitor with slight differences in playstyle. I watched a kind of interesting video the other day where somebody was talking about how it's better that things never change. Because if things never change, it'll never change in a way that you don't want. And I sort of understood the points. Like,
but life is all about change.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, everything is always changing unless it's dead. But I kind of get the point, like, because sometimes things change for the worse, like Rambo 2 and 3, and I don't know, like when things change dramatically from their origin, that it sometimes is bad. I don't know, I'm not explaining it very well. But I saw their point that, like, the Necrons used to be one paragraph of lore, and that was it. And it was a big mystery, and that mystery was better for 40k because it would activate people's imagination. And so when they changed it to be that the Necrons some Necrons do have feelings and desires, and there's different groups of Necrons who want different things. Although I would argue that probably sparked more people's imaginations than just a mystery of what are the metal guys.
Yeah.
But I kind of understand... Okay, so maybe the way to describe it, though, is with the new Primaris, if they change the lore, what if people don't like a civil war between Primaris Space Marines and normal Space Marines, but all of a sudden you're stuck in a game where there is a civil war between Space Marines and Primaris Space Marines. Because you signed up... Yeah. Actually, they complained about Malifaux, because Malifaux characters have died in the past, because the lore is progressing, and that was the fatal flaw of Malifaux, is that game can change.
Mm-hmm. But you can still play the old edition.
Yeah. You can still play with the old characters. There's the Malifaux, like, Legends.
Yeah.
Where there's modern cards to play with your old characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have, I don't know. I don't really care. Because it's a game. Mm-hmm. Like, it's another thing if it was, like, real life, where, things changing means people die.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, ooh, that's not what I thought. Oh, well. And you just move on to something else.
No, because you're the only person who truly understands the thing that you've lost. And so you have to let everybody know what is at stake and what has been taken from you. I don't understand. Why aren't you taking to Reddit about this?
But also, I feel like you also can't discount all the people that loved the change.
That's true.
Too. Or maybe the change got people into it. So it's almost like you can't please anyone or everyone. All I know is 40k was good when you were in high school.
That's true.
That's all I know. Or when you just started.
Yeah, when you were having the most fun was when it was at its best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again, the great Star Wars poster. That was the new greatest Star Wars movie ever made, directed by the only person who truly understands Star Wars, you.
Yep.
George Gajardo, I don't understand Pinterest or Insta. Do people make money on those sites? I don't get them either. They're fun.
I don't understand Pinterest whatsoever, but people definitely make a lot of money on Instagram. It's through like sponsors and stuff. Mostly. Also, if you're cute and a girl, usually those two things help a lot. Yeah.
Sean, slow change is adaptable. Quick changes screw up everything. Jason, Alaska, that is the entire point of the missing 2 Primarchs, to spark imagination. It's a MacGuffin. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I must say, I cannot wait to meet her when we meet the missing Primarchs. Boggerty247. Robo zombies were meh, but the new Necrons are very interesting, very Tomb Kings-esque. I once sat down in a YouTube video and I read all of the Necron codexes ever published, and I actually didn't find it that crazy a jump from the old Necrons to the new Necrons, mostly because of just how vague the old Necrons were. And so when the new Necron lore came out, it didn't feel as much like a retcon as just a, oh, now we have the full story, because before we just had a little taste.
And because you're a giant shell.
And because I'm a giant shell.
So, obviously, you're fine with anything that they do that's horrible.
Champ Styles, my favorite is the Necron with the gigantic museum. Can't remember his name, but he is awesome. Good old Trazine the Infinite. And remember, he got into an argument with one of his servants, because he was like, where am I going to put this exhibit? And then the servant's like, we could put it in the wine cellar. And then Trazine says, but where will I put my wine? He doesn't drink wine, but he has an extensive wine planet. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, 40k is very serious.
Very serious.
I've been saying that for years.
Camulation 777. Sometimes things are better off not said. Show people and allow them to use their imagination instead of having to explain everything. I do agree with that a little bit. I feel like the trick is to never listen to the fans and just do whatever is in your heart.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you listen to the fans, Star Wars, it'll always end up worse. Because the fans don't actually know what they like. Mm-hmm. I think there's tons of examples of that in video games. I love watching. I don't really play a lot of video games, but I love watching video game videos because I feel like I get them. I understand it a lot. And people will be like, yeah, so there was this game, and then all the fans were like, we hate how limiting the jump function is, so in the next game you can just jump to the moon, and it ruined the game. And so it turns out that what the people wanted is not what should have happened. Sometimes you gotta leave them wanting more, not give them what they want.
Right.
You can notice, hot take! I don't care!
Mm-hmm. George Gajardo, spell it out for me. My imagination blows.
That's a good point, too.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. I think you got to give people something to go off of. I think you can't just be like, they're a mystery. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, great. Some people can run with it. Some people don't want to, maybe. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it seems like even with the Necrons, there's plenty of factions that are pretty well fleshed out, but there's a whole bunch that are just a paragraph still. You know, like the Flayed One dynasty, where it's it's just an island, it's just a planet full of blood and Necrons.
Right.
But some people are like, that's weird, and then other people are like, that's the greatest thing, and it's mine now.
Right. And you can still kind of make up whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter.
You really can. Literally, I think anything you come up with would have you'd be able to defend it in the lore. If you were I think that there's Chaos Tau on Terra, you could make it work.
Exactly. But this is why I think 40k and Age of Sigmar and stuff, it's so much more popular than other things, especially 40k.
Mm-hmm.
Because you really can do whatever.
That's true.
Where Star Wars Legion looks fun, but you can't. I don't care a little bit because you can't do whatever you want.
Yeah, it would you'd really have to come up with everything if you wanted to come up with well, I'm using the rebel rules, but actually my guys are lizard people from the planet Clandathu, and you just have to change every single thing, and it doesn't make any sense.
Right. And then you get one thing wrong, and someone that you're playing with is actually in this book or whatever. I actually heard an interview where Lucas said, yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Ben Whitnell, can you imagine the rage tears at a female Primarch? Ah, it's the only reason I want it. It'd be awesome.
Rage.
Kino Canonas, didn't the Horus Heresy confirm the missing Primarchs are guys? Pretty sure Lorgar said something to him. I think there's a line where the Sigillite marker man, the Sigillite, I forget his name. He's basically the in charge of the Grey Knights. He said he was upset at the Primarchs for being dicks, and so he's like, I told the Emperor to make you all women. We wouldn't be having this trouble if you were all women. So that kind of implies that none of them are women, but you never know. You never know. We know nothing about the missing two. Can't get notice. Brothers! 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 Brother! Brother! Garothion, I like when Games Workshop decides one day to kill off the big emperor. Imagine the salty Imperial Guards. Yeah, I mean they tested the waters a little bit with the what was their newest book series, the Gathering Storm books, where the light of Holy Terra went out for 30 days, and it was quite a tale. But it turned back on. So it's like when the light bulb is starting to lose its juice, and it just starts turning on and off at random times. It was exactly like that. Except whole planets vanished. I was watching this ghost show, and they were doing some pretty impressive stuff with a flashlight, where they would say, "Hey ghost, if you're here, turn off the flashlight," and the flashlight would turn off. And then they were like, "Hey ghost, if you're gonna hurt us, if you want to hurt us, turn the flashlight back on," and the flashlight would turn back on. And it turns out that there's actually a trick to it. Apparently, Maglite flashlights that have the twist on and off, if you put them in the middle, they just will turn off randomly because of the heating up and the cooling down of the light bulb.
Ah.
But it could also be ghosts. Both things are equally likely.
Yeah.
Getting Pride 24. Bold words for someone in stalker pattern bolter distance. That's the sniper rifle bolter. Liam Hagen, just you wait until I become Games Workshop.
Oh my goodness.
Liam Hagen.
The missing two Primarchs are Nick and Jay.
Yeah! That we can confirm. The wait is over.
There you go.
Liam Hagen, if they make a female Primarch, there'll be a boatload of porn. Oh, there is. Major Kill's working on it.
Yeah, there already is. Anyone here, subscribe to? I bet a bunch of people are. Nobody wants to admit it, though.
Miniature Stash, what is the best Space Marine with red in its colors? The Flesh Terrors. They're pretty cool. They're dark red. And their symbol is a buzzsaw. Pretty badass. G-Force Primer 45. And then, for the Imperium, everything got worse. I'd accept that, or the Always Sunny in Philadelphia opening. Danzig of Doom, speaking of books, currently halfway through the War of Armageddon Omnibus. Can see why now you like the Black Templars. Breaking news, Angry Man in black armor is too angry to die. Ooh, Danica Doom, I have a question. What are the omnibuses? Are those like a few books stapled together? What's an omnibus? Chat, tell me what an omnibus is. I've only read normal books. Lucky Bat. In our hearts, aren't we all Games Workshop?
Yes. I would say so.
Garothion 40k is grimdark beautiful. I am having a wonderful dive on lore recently, especially on YouTube. And bro, what a trip. I am feeling like a child looking for lore. Sweet! I've been listening to Voldemort recently. I really miss him. I haven't been looking at any lore for a while, but Voldemort I love. He does these cute little stories from in-universe. Very, very good.
Oh.
EOB could stop the Patreon Warhammer Plus content to focus on reviewing Major Kill's work. It's not a bad idea.
That's hilarious.
Daniel Bear. No one would profit more from a female Primarch than Major Kill.
John Albers, 10,000 a month on Patreon. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're close.
Mm-hmm. Miniature Stash, General Grievous versus Sikaran Ruststalkers. Ooh, I feel like it'd be a close fight. The leader of the Separatist army, or like one close combat unit guy from 40k. It'd be quite a fight. It's the thing about 40k though, is just everything is turned up to 11 and then the knob is snapped off. Which is awesome.
Mm-hmm. George Gajardo, searching for Major Kill for a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
Champ Styles. It's a bus for omnis.
There you go.
I knew it. I knew it was something like that.
Yeah, obviously.
Mish. I'm running a Chaos Warband that includes Slaneshis who literally eat souls for kicks. Any idea on what kind of color scheme? I'm stupid and don't want to pick pink and purples. Well, if you don't want pink and purples...
Orange.
Orange! Yeah, orange hot rod flames.
There you go. I like it.
Dance Doom, omnibuses save you a fair amount of money depending on how many books are in that omnibus. War of Armageddon has 7 or 8 books. IRC. Okay, so they are collections of books. But see, the books are pretty darn thick, so is it like phone books?
Yes.
Okay, good. Miniature Stash, Dark Harvest by Josh Reynolds. Amazing Age of Sigmar story. I read a really, really good Age of Sigmar story that was in one of the free books they give you at the Warhammer stores that has just some, like, I guess some chapters and some free short stories, and it was really, really good. It was about someone, and you think that they're a ghost for the first half of the story, and then at the end you find out that they're just a person who is hell-bent on revenge, and then they get their revenge. But it was really, really cool.
Were there any Gloomspite gets in it?
No, I think it was horrible. A human. It doesn't really get into it.
It's a horrible story then.
Mm-hmm. Neteville Noir. I'm late. I was at the gym, but I'm here to drop off our last dislike before Susan takes them from us so unjustly.
Goddamn Susan.
Liam Hagen, who's cuter, Typhus or Karn? Ooh, Karn is pretty cute. Although, you know what? I'm going to say this. the old Karn model is far superior to the new one.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like the only one where I'm like, that is true, but the new Karn is not nearly as good as the old one.
Huh. And the scouts.
I mean all the scouts. I don't even know if the new scouts look good, but they look better than the old scouts for sure. Captain Fry 24. My first decree as Games Workshop is to get rid of all those elf guys. Nobody likes them anyways. I do declare that there are no more chapters, only Ultramarines. Cadians can now only use tanks. I agree. I stand by all of these decisions. They have my stamp of approval.
Kiddo, please guys, let's end on 69 dislikes. Well, we're at 72, so gotta go yell at some peeps.
Dane's Doom. IIRC, if I recall correctly. Yes, phone books basically. Sweet. I have to get some omnibuses. I wonder if I can get... I'm sure they don't make audiobook omnibuses, because that would just be giving away free content.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome. Again,
this audiobook is 50 hours long.
That's what Warhammer Plus should be.
Yeah. Oh my god. If the audiobooks were on Warhammer Plus, yeah, it would actually be worth it.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because there's literally hundreds and hundreds of hours of content.
What if it was a like, you know, your normal Warhammer Plus is $6 or whatever, but then you get the audiobooks for $10. Like
it's a little steep. Might be. I mean, it would at least mean that there's some actual content. Because right now there's a tiny bit of content, and most people don't care about all of it. Like, I don't care at all about the lore or the battle reports. So all of a sudden, right there, my enjoyment is cut in half. I really like the painting, and I really like the animations, but yeah, do not care about the battle reports. And it's weird that they're dropping white dwarfs like here and there. Like, they have like 30 years of white dwarfs. Put out 50 a day.
Right. Yeah. And then I remember seeing there's a bunch of videos about it where there are websites that have them all archived. So you can see every single white dwarf for, you know, since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be easy for them to do it too?
You'd think. I mean, they have access to the publishers who must have digital, like the digital files ready to rock.
Right.
Yeah, it's very odd.
It is very odd. Maddie B, I'm really glad I found your channel. You inspired me to put more thought into my bases and have reawakened a desire to paint on plastic. Your videos have been so helpful in my projects. Thanks a million.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's plenty more where that came from. We're going to go hard for another 2 weeks, and then we're closing up shop forever.
Yep.
Link11, have any of you seen Tabletop Times Space Bears chapter yet? I've been following the project. I remember I watched the very first video and it got me really pumped to work on some stuff. I haven't been keeping up religiously with it, but it's cool if it's all done. He had a very, very cool theme for it, which was bears. Da bears. It wasn't da bears. It was like bears, like the animal. So yeah, we can't all be perfect, but
yeah.
Doom, hey Jay, question for you. Do you think it is plausible in 40k lore that a human or group of humans can steal a Tau mech suit and would make Trazine or the Blood Ravens proud of that theft? Oh, it's totally possible. I mean, there's things called the Quavesa, who are humans who have allied themselves with the Tau, and they I know that they can be fire warriors. I'm sure they can go into mech suits too. Champ Styles, unrelated, but I started watching Sweet Home on Netflix, and it's sick. Oh, I love Sweet Home. I watched the first 3 episodes and then took a little break, and the break has lasted for like a year. But the first 3 episodes, I loved it.
Daniel Thompson, we just need to boost our numbers to 420 dislikes. You heard it here, folks.
YouTube channel, Humble Bumble is the best for getting books. Oh, that reminds me that I have a whole bunch of Humble Bumble books to download. I don't even know how. Did I make an account? I don't remember. Hopefully I still have the receipt. YouTube channel, reading all of the Cyphus Kane's books has made me love Melt-A-Guns. Ooh, neat. I've always kind of felt like the Melt-A-Gun was in a weird spot between, like, not as badass as Plasma, but, like, and also not as cool as, like, a Heavy Bolter or a Flamer. But maybe I just have not read the enough material to get properly hyped for the Melta. Because it's just like a lava gun. But it's not a flamethrower like the flamethrower. And not a plasma gun like the plasma gun. It's a lava gun. Tyrannoball. I've had this synthetic brush since I first started painting back in 2018. I got super glue on it after being too impatient. It stayed straight for so long, but is now ruined. Goodbye, friend 07. Damn, it survived super glue. That's amazing. Dark Treant, hey Jay, what's your opinion on the Infiltrator squad for Space Marines? I like the Infiltrators. I think they're neat. I think they got a cool, they got a tactical look to them. That's pretty dope. Their guns have tactical rail, like real guns. So yeah, I like them.
I hate them.
They can take a smoke grenade. Captain Fry 24. Yeah, Warhammer Plus sucks. I need to go watch Angel's Death and paint my Ultramarines with the Citadel paint handles now.
Woo!
PG Memory. It's a microwave gun. Oh, okay. So it makes your macaroni too hot on the edges but cold in the middle. See, what you gotta do is you gotta form your food into like a donut shape.
Maddie B, wait, y'all really shutting down forever?
Yep.
You heard it here, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, we're not shutting down this channel. We're giving it to Goobertown Hobbies to run as well. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, double the channels, double the fun.
On their, I watched their last episode of their podcast, and Casey said that he only uses natural hair brushes.
Wow.
So that was kind of interesting because I think I use almost no natural hair brushes. I find them very soft. But maybe I gotta try them out a little more. It's always good to try things.
I mean, Casey knows best.
Mm-hmm.
That's the name of his YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm. Liam Hagen, it makes enemy tanks too hot on the inside. That's true. And oh my god, the plate is like burning hot. The plate that the tank is on. Daniel Thompson, Jay and Nick are pivoting to a magic channel, not Magic the Gathering, just pulling rabbits out of hats. Exactly.
Yeah. A lot of fun. I mean, I can shuffle and bridge now, so we're ready to go.
Captain Fry 24, there is no way a guardsman did not try to microwave an MRE with a melt-a-gun. Knowing the U.S. military right now.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's what happened.
You know what gun I thought was a little bit I didn't quite get was the gravity gun that came out when they launched the new box of Space Marine Devastators. It's a gun that's good at defeating armor. But not to be confused with a plasma gun or a rocket launcher or a melt-a-gun.
Interesting.
Now I think it got like one extra shot if you weren't shooting at something with a good armor save. So that's kind of what made it different. But I feel like it never quite caught on. Rhino Flame tips with a very fun animation of a robot hippo. Oh.
I agree.
Me
OP.
too. Ah, overpowered or overprotective, or original poop.
I think that's what it is for us, honestly. Original poop.
Lone Jedi 100. I have a serious varnish dilemma. I didn't mix my first bottle of matte I used to varnish a bunch of miniatures, but gloss is too shiny, and I'm getting a sheen from satin. Is there a solution to get? Didn't mix your first bottle of matte, so they're shiny, but you're not getting a sheen from satin. Well, I mean, it sounds like you need to give that bottle a good mix and try again. You should be able to put on as many clear coats as you want without hurting the models. Like if you got like a frosting, you can apply a gloss and that should fix the frosting, and then you can try again. Tyrannoball, what's the best non-Warhammer related books you've read or listened to? I'm listening to Dune right now, and it's awesome. Super enjoying it, about halfway through. And I read a book a year or two ago called Seven Eves, and it was unbelievably good. Super. It's a space book, but it's near science fiction, so all the science is very plausible. YouTube channel, played Kill Team for the first time, and my Melta totally lived up to the hype by vaporizing everything he pointed it at. Oh yeah, the melt gun is pretty brutal, but 6-inch range, so you gotta get real up close and personal.
Or I'll snipe you before you even get close.
Yeah, with an orc somehow.
Oh yeah. I won't even snipe you with the sniper. I'll snipe you with a rocket.
Mm-hmm.
MVP.
Yeah, or you'll snipe with the Daka Dasher.
Yep. Or the sniper.
Yeah.
Guy. Lots of ways to snipe.
Link you 11. Good nights when you read this comment. Nope. Gotta stay awake. Ooh, Champ Styles. Original pancake. I like that one.
I like the original poop.
Daniel Thompson. The spice must flow. The spice melange. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that leads to total obliteration. I think Nick would love this book.
Oh yeah. I'll definitely be able to care.
Mm-hmm.
J.P. McMurray, sniping with a rocket. Now that is orky.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
I think if it was truly orky, though, it would miss a little more.
Nah. I mean, they're commandos. They're trained.
That is true. But technically, they're not trained. They just know more because they're commandos. Mm-hmm. They're like born with elite skills.
I mean, in my lore, they're trained.
Ah, okay.
So,
who trained
them? They did. They trained themselves. Like all the fights.
Yeah. Liam Hagen, I'll snipe you with melee. Exactly.
Damn.
That's how the Sisters Repentia do.
And speaking of do,
Mountain Dew.
It's exactly. And this stream is sponsored by Mountain Dew. And on that note, it is 10 o'clock. That means that we're gonna go to beddy bye time right now.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're gonna go to bed in our bunk beds. That's as we do. Lucky Bat will also be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But we've had 2 videos out this week already, and we have 1 more video out on Friday, tomorrow. But if you're part of the Patreon, there's another video out on Saturday, which is very exciting. And we have a Patreon-only stream on Friday after the normal stream. And that's a stream where you can actually call in and chat with us. So it sounds like you got to be part of the Patreon.
Yeah. All right, everybody.
But on that note, we'll be back tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central.